Hello and welcome back to a new review for Mahoutsukai no Yome, episode number 12. And damn, this episode, it was freaking amazing. So Chise at the Land of the Dragons finished her band, and Lindell used the hairs he was cutting last episode he used them to cover the wand, and when he gave the wand Chise with two gems put into the eye sockets of that little bird at the end of the wand. And so yeah, Chise got then to a crazy place, a place that is between this side and the other side. And there she met one we met quite a while ago, and it was Nevin, the dragon who passed away in the early episodes. The thing is, with Nevin being there because it was a branch from the tree that was growing out of him, he is now connected to Chise. There's a bond of fate. And there at this place they were talking. He was basically telling Chise that it's totally fine to do what you want to do, to say what you want to say, what you wish, and all these things. And also that you're always kind of unhappy, so maybe you should just talk to yourself and talk what is on your mind. Which is, in a sense, true, because talking about what is troubling you helps. And because Chise is kind of like not having one she can talk to, well, maybe just talking to herself is kind of a thing. So Nevin wasn't really wrong there. And then we got to another nice way to show Chise's situation from her past from another point of view. And basically Nevin was thankful or grateful to Chise's parents because she was born and they didn't kill her, even though her mother in the end killed herself and said that she wished she never gave birth to her. And the thing is, it's true. I mean, we know Chise's point of view on this horrible scene we saw countless times. At first being strangled, and then her mother let go, and then jumped out of the window with leaving just this line: I wished I never gave birth to you. But Nevin, the wise old dragon he is, said that, yeah, but she didn't kill you. She could have and get another kid, basically, because this is what nature does. A lot of animals are doing it, and yeah, but she didn't do this. The mother killed herself, not Chise. And when we got to the topic of Elias, that Chise was thinking that she became greedy and she was okay being, well, just an object, but then became irritated by the distance when Elias was not talking to her. And that she was always worrying about being kicked out in the future when Elias becomes bored of her. And then Nevin said, do you really believe that he is this type of person? Did he ever say something like this? No, so well, don't worry too much about it. Just do what you want to do and value yourself more. Cherish yourself, be proud of what you are doing. You helped quite a lot of people, but basically the fact that you're not valuing yourself highly and you're always putting yourself down. It's yeah, kind of putting those people down you helped. This is what Nevin said to Chise. He was really lecturing her and yeah, being like another wise person, older person with a lot of life experience, and just showing a new direction for a new kid not knowing what to do. And I really liked this. I really like this kind of stuff. So this was really, really awesome. But then when Chise got back, she decided she wants to go home. And yeah, instead of having Lindell call a dragon so that Chise can fly home, we had Chise using magic, because Nevin told her that with this wand from history, she can do anything, she can go anywhere. And Chise did exactly this. She used magic. We got a fantastic scene with the opening kicking in. And you know, usually when the opening is starting in the middle of the second, the opening song, in the middle of the episode, you know that shit is getting real. And Chise turned into this huge phoenix. She was engulfed in flames. Lindell was shocked, surprised. He fell down on his butt. And there we saw the fire fairies and Chise flying home as the huge phoenix. We got a couple of nice shots from the sky, Chise flying. We saw her body most of the time engulfed in flames, just a bit of her upper body as Chise, not in flames. And then when she got there, we came across Elias, who was in the garden, walking aimlessly around or going back in. And yeah, when he turned around, there was this huge phoenix and then Chise popping out. And after this, we had a little comedy scene with Chise being basically like, yeah, I finished my event, I wanted to come home quickly, and yeah, damn, I didn't want it to be this flashy. I thought it was more something like you did. But yeah, Chise turned into that huge phoenix. The shot from the opening we saw from the very beginning. But then we had something else going on. We had Elias, who was simply hugging her and welcoming her home. And when Chise collapsed because she used a shit ton of magic again, we had something that was showing Elias' character and how much he started to need Chise, to cherish her, to want to be by her side. And we didn't get a lot of dialogue out of it. It was just simply this two words of, it's warm. So yeah, go figure it out. It was freaking awesome. And when Chise woke up, we had another dream she had from the past. But I think this is now foreshadowing, obviously. Either this or it's just a bit trolling and parents going along with her child. But it was a happy memory, not a tragic one, not a one that is a nightmare. But it was a memory of Chise being with her father and her mother. And both of them were happy. They were smiling, they were laughing, they were walking around. Chise was on the shoulders of her dad, and she saw the beings in a very, very small ally. And when she said that there's something and she's afraid, her parents were going along with it, but it was done in a way that it's hard to tell if it was just parents going along with what their beloved child is saying, or if they actually know what Chise saw, because they saw it themselves. And this is now the thing that is either foreshadowing for something for the future, or, like I said, parents going along with their child. Both of them are possible, and both of them are fine. And the father was, or dad was like, well, don't worry, I'm here and I will keep you safe. Chise's mother kicked in with, well, even you were afraid of them in the beginning, so it really sounds like there is something. They know what there is. Or, like I've said, they could just play along, but I don't really think that this is the case. And there was also a sibling, and now it's the topic of, or the reason why Chise's mother killed herself. Maybe the second child was stillborn and it was throwing her into a really heavy state of depression. Or maybe it was something supernatural going on with the things Chise saw, and maybe her parents knew as well. And maybe they figured out that Chise was kind of drawing these near because she's a slave Vega. It could be the reason. So, yeah, it's really going to get dark, especially with that insane preview for the next episode. And yeah, this will be hard. So yeah, but all in all, a fantastic episode, and yeah, it's, with Sun Gods and a Lion, my favorite show of the season. So yeah, that's it for now. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you guys next time as well. And since it's Christmas, I wish you a great holiday. Enjoy it. See ya.